Hello, my name is Jamie, and I want to share our experience at Costa Maya. Costa Maya is located right there in the southeastern tip of Mexico. We arrived via cruise ship on August 9th. This is where we docked. The first thing we noticed was the beautiful skies and shoreline. You can expect temperatures in the mid-80s. The coolest months are November through February. The lowest times for rainfall are February through April. There's our cruise ship, the Serenade of the Seas. This was our first time in Mexico, and we were super excited to start our adventure. Finally in Costa Maya, we couldn't wait to go to the public beach. Here I am with my son, trying to get my husband to stop taking pictures, until we encountered our first salesperson. Don't worry, no one was hurt during the making of this video. Here he is alive and well, taking up our precious time. And this is when we noticed that we weren't getting out of Costa Maya without facing some hungry wolves. All we wanted to do was go to the beach, but he wasn't taking no for an answer. Now that we escaped, let's go see what Costa Maya has to offer. The port itself was a beautiful place. We had to stop mid-plaza to soak in the moment. Here's a look at the port map. There are 3 pools, bars, and plenty of souvenir shops. You could easily spend the day here. This was the first of 3 pools. There was plenty of seating and places to buy a drink. This is the second pool. There were also hammocks in this area. The pretty pink locals were super friendly and up for photo ops. Fun fact about flamingos, they are pink because of the food they eat. These huts were also an amazing spot to catch some more feathered friends. You could pay a fee to walk across the bridges and birdwatch from above. Or, if you have a keen eye, you could spot some majestic birds from below too. The parrots were plentiful. We spotted this king pretty easily. This is the final pool near the end of the port. Now let's see if we can find our way out and get some transportation to the beach. We didn't go to the Mayan ruins this trip, but we intend to check them out on a future cruise. It should be about an hour trip from the port, depending on traffic. Now let's make our way to the beach. You'll see on the side it says the best choice. This was not the case. The wool was over our eyes. We ended up paying $70 instead of $60. Make sure if you decide to go to the golf cart route, you pick the nice quiet guy wearing a red shirt who is casually holding a sign up, waiting for you to come to him. But I will say, riding around while feeling the breeze in your hair is nice. They did give us a map of the area, and we did appreciate that. If you don't feel comfortable with a rented golf cart, rest assured. Taxis are easily acquired and lined up ready to go. Costa Maya is only just over 2 miles from the port, so if you were feeling extra adventurous, you could even walk. The crime rate is very low compared to many cities in the US. There were approximately 2,600 people that call this area home. And by our experiences on the beach, you'll see in a few, most of the inhabitants have elected to be salespeople. Do you think this lad is trying to hide from the hustle? We have safely arrived, and the views were amazing. Fret not, friends. This guy isn't robbing us. We didn't know when we rented the golf cart that we would have an escort leading the way. Who needs a map anyways when you have a man on a motorcycle? Locals are familiar with the tourists crowding the road in slow-moving golf carts. We never felt in danger at all, and the locals are very patient. Traffic got pretty busy in some areas, but who wouldn't want to make a day at the beach part of their agenda? A few things to know about Costa Maya. Before the cruise ships started coming, the population was under 1,000. It was a small fishing village, but since the arrival of a newfound enterprise, the village just keeps growing, even after it was hit hard by Hurricane Dean in 2007. Keep in mind when booking your trip that this area isn't Hurricane Alley. We have arrived. This was a public beach, but prime spots were obviously run by certain establishments. The seats were on hand for guests who were either drinking or eating from the places in the vicinity. And yes, the whole time we were there, countless individuals would try and sell us their merchandise. There were very few times when we were able to just sit back and relax. But enough complaining, let's check out the water. The water felt great. There was a net up to keep seaweed at bay, but in doing such, we also didn't see hardly any fish. So if you're interested in doing some snorkeling, this isn't the best location to venture. The beach itself was very clean and well maintained. We spent about $64. That included our drinks, covered seating, access to a shower, and $12 in souvenirs. Try and remember, the locals are just trying to make an honest living. What we can perceive as harassment is just another day at work for them. Politely say no thank you, and after a while, they will decrease in numbers. Plus, helpful hint, they won't follow you into the water. Enjoy that relaxing tide. At the end of the day, we didn't regret coming to this location. However, we will not be returning either. We loved having the shade and the convenience of drinks being served. But next time, we will choose another adventure, as it's always neat going to new locations. As you can clearly see, taxis are everywhere, so it would have been no problem for transportation back to the ship. The beach was only about a 3-minute walk from where we parked, so taking a nice little stroll was very pleasant. The streets in most areas seemed cramped, so being on foot helped. We ended up right back to where we parked the golf cart. And lo and behold, a restaurant was right on the side street. When we first arrived, we noticed a huge table full of locals. And that is always a good sign that the food is great. And it was. Lunch for the 3 of us was about $35 including the tip. So time for a quick recap. We spent $182 total. This includes the cart, drinks, covered seating, shower access, and lunch. And we can't leave out the souvenirs and tips. At the end of the day, I would rate our time here a solid 6. I would have been happy just utilizing all the wonderful sights at the port area. It was a very nice experience, but I would also call it a one and done kind of day. I did enjoy seeing all the hearts everywhere, a very humble town for sure. We made a quick stop at the lighthouse, and it was so beautiful. If you don't mind some seaweed or lack of seating, this could be a great place to spend a few hours. You even have a perfect view of your cruise ship. Costa Maya offered plenty of shopping, beaches with clear water, and so many food options. Whether you spend the day in the port, on an excursion, or just roaming around, you will without a doubt come across some friendly locals, delicious food, and great photo opportunities. Thanks for joining us. Keep making memories as adventure awaits. Stay tuned, new videos coming soon.